Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be planting out our dahlias in these beautiful terracotta pots for a summer display. It's that time of year when the dahlias are ready to go outside. The risk of frost has well and truly passed in this area, and the dahlias are looking fantastic at the moment. Some really good specimens, and they're ready now to be planted out into these pots that we've chosen. So we got these pots from the garden centre. Now some of you will know we like our bargains, so we got these pots half price, and that was in early spring, so you can't go wrong. They're very deep, as you can see, perfect for growing plants such as this. So a little bit of crock for the bottom, just to make sure that hole doesn't get blocked up with compost. Probably use that one. And we're just using a normal peat-free multi-purpose compost here, and we're just going to part fill these lovely containers. And I've also got some manure, because dahlias are hungry plants, so I'm just going to mix in some manure as I go along as well, to give them lots and lots of feed, because that will help to promote all those beautiful flowers. So I'm just placing a few scoops and mixing that in as I go along. It seems like I've been waiting for such a long time to get to this point where we can start to get all of our tender annuals out and our dahlias out. And then all of a sudden time's just come to us, and it seems like we're racing now against time to get these jobs done. Because ideally these could have been done at the end of May. But with one thing or another, we've just not got the time. But don't worry, because we have plenty of time now. So this one is a dahlia called Orange Army. So it came in a pack, and if you can remember back to a previous video, Andrew was putting these into these containers from their tubers that came as we bought them from the shop. So we nipped out the top growing tip, as you can see there, and now these two shoots have formed. And we're also getting some other shoots towards the bottom, and a little one just forming as a new shoot there as well. But these shoots are going to be soon showing signs of flowers. So without further ado, let's tip that upside down and let's see what we've got. So a beautiful root system, as you can see there. Lots and lots of lovely roots to get into this beautiful pot. So I'm going to plant probably just one there. I'm not going to be able to get two into this because they are quite large plants, but I do have some cosmos that I want to grow around it. So I'm just placing these in, and they want to be just about the same height above the soil that they were in the pot we were growing them in. So they don't want to be buried too deep. And also these are going to be against not a wall as such, but there's going to be definitely a front and definitely a back. So this is why I'm placing this dahlia towards the back end, obviously towards facing me. So I'm just placing some of that lovely compost and a bit more of this manure to grow there. Fantastic. And then just to complement this, we have some of our cosmos. So this is a cosmos called Xanthos, and this has lovely creamy yellow type of flowers. So I've got a few pots that we've grown from seed So I'm just going to place probably maybe 2 or 3 in here. So these are beautiful plants, growing really, really well. I'm going to try and be cheeky and try and get 3 in if I can. Should be able to get 3 in this pot. I'll just turn it round. So planting the cosmos quite deep, because remember, those stems will root and help to feed and nourish the plants. I think I'll go for that one. And that will go just in there like that. And then a little bit more compost just to go around them. Remember not to fill the compost right to the top, because we do have to allow space for watering, and we don't want all that water when we water to go spilling over the top, over the sides. So always leave a nice little lip to allow for the rain and the watering to occur. So that pot is going to be faced like that. So these will form the front, and obviously this dahlia will grow much higher than that, and that will form the backdrop. And all these beautiful shoots that are forming here will form some lovely flowers. So I'll just move that to one side for the time being. So that's my first one, and that's the Dahlia label. Don't want to forget that. So the next one, again I'm just filling with this compost, and then adding some of this really nutritious farmyard manure. Now then, I'm just making a decision on which dahlia I'm going to use for this next one. I think it's going to have to be this one. So this one is a non-named one, so I'm not sure which one it is. We've lost the label, but I'm pretty sure it's a pom-pom type. I'm pretty sure when I bought these they were pom-poms. So that is going to be the centerpiece of this pot. A bit more of that. So this one is quite a strong growing one. Let's knock it out of this container. Oh wow, look at those lovely roots. Perfect. And again, I'm going to place it towards the back of the pot. And I will turn it round in a moment. Been so much looking forward to planting these out. Really have been excited. It's a brilliant moment this is. And let's get some more of these beautiful cosmos to go in with it. So I've chosen a cosmos which is pretty neutral, because it has that kind of buttery, creamy, yellowy type flower. I'm hoping no matter what colour this turns out to be, it's not going to clash, because it is quite a neutralish colour to use. Use that one. So I'm planting these fairly deep, and then room for a small one I think there. squeeze that one in, and in they go. A little bit more compost. And then if I turn that round, that's how it's going to be placed. So that's it, 2 pots planted. I'm going to find some other containers for these other ones to go into. And we do have some more in the summer house that are also ready to go out. So I've got a nice collection of pots to reuse at some point. And these are going to be placed in our front garden, because obviously the dahlias are very, very prone to slug attack. And I'm hoping, because we don't have much of a garden at the front, these are just going to be placed on the path near the front window, and hopefully there's going to be no slugs around to devour these. Keep them well watered, not overly watered, because remember these are tubers and we don't want the tubers to rot, but do keep an eye on them. If you don't have rain for a week or so, just do make sure you give them a bit of a water to keep on top of that. Remember, dahlias and cosmos are brilliant plants for bringing inside for cut flowers, and cut as many as you want, cut them as much as you want to, because the more flowers you cut, the more you will promote more flowers to come. And the great thing about these 2 plants is they actually make brilliant partners in a vase as well, beautiful flowers together. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm going to get these moved now to the front garden, where they can take their position for their summer show. Let's hope we get some sunshine, because it's been a bit of a cloudy day this morning. Let's hope we get some sunshine and a bit better weather, because so far our summer's been a bit of a washout. So let's everyone pray for some nice warm or even hot sunny weather, so we can all be enjoying our gardens to the fullest. So this is our front garden area where we're going to be placing these pots, and I'm just going to see if I can just move some things around. This has just got some steeper in it and some of the beautiful salvia caradonna pink inspiration. So I'm going to have one of these pots, I think, on this stand there. I'm going to move that right up. These are our lilies at the moment. So this one is Casablanca, and it's got his beautiful flower buds ready to come out there. And this one is the Beverly Dreams. Again, some flower buds just starting to appear. So they're really, really wonderful and doing really, really well. I think we'll have this one on this side here. And then we'll have this one, I think, maybe in the middle, and then Beverly Dreams just on that side. So I think that's a lovely collection of flowers. Now just while I'm here, I'm also going to show you this one. If you remember, Andrew potted this one up, and this has got the beautiful yellow poppies. The gaura is now flowering beautifully, and we've got that lovely nemesia, which is just heavenly. And almost the rose flowers are also coming out. So we're absolutely really, really pleased with the way this has grown as well. So just a little sneaky little garden tour of the front. I'm also going to take you to the little border we have as well. So if the cameraman can join me, we will have a look at this bit. So this is the only little bit of border we have in the front garden, and we have this beautiful pentstemon, lovely deep purple pentstemon that's almost going to be in bloom soon, and there's 3 plants there. It's over hanging on the grass, which is lovely, looks beautiful. We have some beautiful verbena, which is growing absolutely beautifully here. We have some of the cornflowers. So remember cornflowers to deadhead, which at the minute we're being really naughty with, because we should have taken these off already. Quite a few that need deadheading, and that'll just keep the blooms coming and coming. So I'm glad I've took you this way, because it's reminded me to get these done. We have the beautiful geranium roseanne, which is spreading long ways across there, and we have in amongst here we have some yellow scabious, so that's just starting to flower now as well. Some more of the cornflower towards the back, some more verbena towards the back, and this is the Crocosmia Lucifer. This is one of the ones we grew from corms last year, and that's growing beautifully. I'm pretty sure it's going to flower this year, so we're looking forward to that. And at the very end we have the Persicaria amplexicaulis firetail, and that is going to take over this area and just fill in this gap just underneath this choisia. This does get a lot of sun, this area, so everything in here is doing really well because of the aspect. So yeah, that's our very quick tour of the front garden. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and please drop any comments as usual in the comments box below the video. We'll see you very soon on the next one. In the meantime, please do take care and happy gardening.